So in today's class, I'm going to explain quick sort. So before going to start about the sorting technique, quick sort. So first of all, you have to know what is mean by sorting or sort. For example, an array contains five elements like 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 like that. So you need to arrange them in ascending order. Then what should you do? So you have to compare. So first element is less than the second one or greater than. So like that you are going to arrange and make it as an ascending order. So it means, so random numbers, if you are arranging the random numbers in particular order, either it is an ascending or descending, whatever it is. But if you arranged in particular order, then it is nothing but a sorting. Sorting means arranging the elements in particular order, ascending order. Then we can say that it is an sorting. Okay, unsorted array, sorted array. Unsorted array means, so in that array the numbers or elements are placed in randomly. But if we apply any one of the sorting technique, then we can arrange those elements in ordered format. So if you want to arrange random numbers into ascending order, then you need some algorithms. There are many sorting techniques are there. In that sorting technique, so today we are going to discuss about quick sort. So quick sort is an algorithm which is used to sort the elements in particular order. And this algorithm will follows the divide and conquer method. So divide and conquer method, in the sense, for example, I'm going to explain a simple example, real time example. For example, in your class, you people are sitting like girls and boys separately, no? But when the exam comes, how in the exam hall you people are sitting according to the roll number? Okay, so in one particular order you are sitting in your exam section, right? Exam section hall. So here, so if I said in the class itself, so all of you please sit according to your roll numbers. If I said like that, what you people will do? Girls will separately, they will arrange according to their roll numbers, and boys will arrange according to their own roll numbers, right? But if I say come together, you people arrange, sit according to your roll number. If I say like this, what you people will do? According to the roll numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, you people will be combined and then sitting according to the order, right? This is what the divide and conquer. In the sense, divide means first you want to divide. Okay, so after dividing, so first you want to divide means, there are girls and boys are there in a given classroom. Okay, divide in the sense, girls separately we are dividing and boys separately we are dividing. Next, arranging all the girls and arranging all the boys. Then after that, after the final result, if you want to get, then you need to combine both girls and boys. That is nothing but a conquer, combine. Okay, so what you have to combine after that, dividing parts is there, no? Those parts you have to combine to get the result particular result. Why? Because maybe roll number one present in the girl, maybe roll number two present in the boy, right? So if you people combine only together only, then only the ascending order will be arranged correctly. So that's why there we can using the divide and conquer. In the same way, in the quick sort, we are using the divide and conquer method. Okay, now, so quicksort is also known as a partition exchange sort. Partition exchange sort. What is meant by a partition? Partition in the sense, for example, here you are dividing, no, take another example. Array having five elements. Now I want to divide partition like a left element separately, right element separately. Okay, then how I can divide? So based on the middle number. Okay, if the an array having a 5 elements, so I will take the third element. Okay, so that I can equally divide, like a left side 2 elements, right side 2 elements. Simply we can say that like a tree. Okay, if I pick the third element as a root node, then left side 2 elements I can add, right side 2 elements I can add. Like that, you need to partition the given array into sub arrays so that we can compute or arranging the elements so much faster. Okay, that's why we need to do partition. Okay, so quicksort is also known as a partition exchange sort. Okay, if you choose a quicksort, it will give the result efficiently. It means very quick it is going to arrange. Very quick it is going to arrange. Okay, so how it is going to arrange? Based on the comparisons, based on the comparison based sorting algorithm. So it is based on the comparison means if you want to arrange like 3 2. Okay, 3 2 are there. Now I want to arrange 2 3. So first of all, how you are doing that one? So you have to apply the comparison whether it is greater than or less than or equal. If it is a less than, then place into left side. If it is a greater than, then place into right side. Like that you have to, okay, right, that you have to do. So you have to do comparisons. So quicksort will give the efficient output based on the comparisons. Now how much space it is taking to store all the elements means order of n log n. Order of n log n space is required for comparisons. For comparisons, so this is the additional space you need to required for comparisons and arranging the elements. Okay, so what is the main goal of the quicksort? How we can do that means, so this is the two, these two are important points for doing the quick sort. Okay, so what is the procedure? See here, first we need to take a large array. Large array means all the elements should be placed in an array randomly. Next, we need to divide two parts, like a left part and the right part. That is called as a partition into two arrays. So here I'm saying two arrays means left array, right array. Okay, so left array having lesser smaller elements, right array having greater elements. Like that we need to partition. Next, after dividing the, so how we are dividing that one? I mean partition the large array into sub arrays based on the one element. This is very very important in the quick sort. So whenever you heard the sorting technique, that is quick sort, first you need to remember this pivot element. So based on the pivot element, you need to partition the array into two arrays. Partition the given array into two parts, left part and the right part. So why we after partitioning, what should we do? How we are do how we have to partition, how the elements should be placed? How means, so whenever we are dividing the array, okay, based on the pivot element, based on the pivot element, we are going to compare each and every element. Okay, so based on the pivot element, we are comparing each element from the given array, from the given large array. Okay, so whenever the element is less than the pivot, then that element should be placed at the left side. Whenever the element is greater than the pivot, then should be placed at the right side of the pivot. Like that, we are going to divide left side array or left sub array. Next, right sub array. So we are going to divide the given large array into two subparts, left sub array, right sub part array. How we are dividing? Based on the pivot. What is mean by a pivot? Now let us discuss. So what is mean by a pivot, and how we are going to select that pivot? So, so now these are the four ways for selecting the pivot. Pivot, selecting the pivot is completely depends on the user. Okay, so you can follow any one of these ways. Okay, so based on the pivot only we are doing the partitions, right? Now what is mean by a pivot element? So pivot element in the sense there are some ways to select the pivot. What is the first way? Look at this picture. First element as a pivot. So assume this is an array having 5 elements randomly. It means still we did not apply any quick sort. Okay, still we did not arrange the elements in an ordered way. So that's why it is an the first way. Okay, I mean unsorted array. It is a unsorted array. How many elements here? Totally 5 elements are there. So you can select pivot element as the first element in a given array. Okay, you can choose the first element as a pivot, or there are 4 ways are there. This is the first way. What is the second way? You can choose the last element as a pivot. Last element as a pivot. This is second way. And the third way. What is the third way? Any element from a given array, any element you can pick as a pivot, but selecting the pivot is mandatory in a quick sort. Now, what is the fourth way for selecting the pivot? The middle term. The middle term. Here, totally we have a 5 elements. So the third element is the middle one. If 4 elements are there, then 4 by 2, 2. Second element is the middle term. Like that, we have to do median. Okay, we have to find out the median. So when you whenever you are calculate the median value, forget about the fractional part, just take the integral part. Okay, so that is the median element. If you are confusing this, forget about this method and pick any one of the 3 ways. Okay, so these are the 4 ways. What are the 4 ways? So pick first element as a pivot, or last element, or any random element, or median value as a pivot. These are the 4 different ways for selecting a pivot. So this is the first step in a quick sort. Okay, remember this is the first step in a quick sort. What is the first one? Selecting the pivot, selecting the pivot value. Now second step, partition. So how we are doing partition? Now, so in this array, in this set of array elements, I'm selecting the last element as my pivot. Okay, pivot means selecting randomly, or first or last or middle tab. Now I'm going to select the last element as a pivot. Now how we have to do partition? The second step in the quick sort is partition. How to do the partition? What is my pivot element here? 70. Now look at all the elements except pivot element. What are the elements less than the pivot? Look at that. 10, 30, 40, 50. No, now the lesser elements than the pivot, okay, then the pivot should be placed at the left side, should be placed at the left side. Okay, now right side what we have to place means greater than the pivot element. What are the greater values than 70 in a given array? 80, 90. Now these two values should be placed at the right side. Again, this is one sub array, left sub array. This is one right sub array. Like that, we are going to do partition. Okay. Now again, same procedure. So what is the same? What is the procedure? Select one element as a pivot. Now I'm taking 50 as the pivot. Now look at what are the lesser values than 50. So 10, 30, 40. So should be placed at the left side. There is no greater value than 50. That's why the left should be empty. Again, same. So here the left array should be again partition, again partition. So when we have to stop this partition? When means until we get the single element. Until we get the single element, we have to do the partition again and again, again and again, and every time we have to pick the pivot also. These two steps are very, very important in quicksort. So what is the first one? Select the pivot, and then based on the pivot, choose divide the given array into partitions, like left sub array, right sub array. So repeat these steps again and again until you get the single value. Okay, so we are repeating the same procedure. That's why the quicksort is also called as a recursive algorithm. Okay, so that's why, so quicksort is also, we can say that quicksort is a recursive algorithm. So this is the second step. What is the second step? Partition. Okay, now we will discuss one example how actually the what is that quicksort procedure will works. So I'm going to explain one example. Okay, now what is the step one? Select the pivot. Now randomly I'm choosing this element as a pivot. I'm choosing here. There are four ways now for selecting a pivot. Now in this example I'm choosing random element. Okay, now 5 as my pivot. Now, so say, this is the first step. Second step, now you have to remember here implementation. It means how the algorithm actually works when you select the quicksort. So first I selected the pivot. Next, you need to take two pointer variables or two variables. Okay, what are those two values? I mean variables, left pointer and the right pointer. You have to pick two variables. One should be left, another should be right. So that is like this, L or, okay, or sometimes we can say that it is a low or high. So finally whatever the variable names, but you have to take two variables, left pointer, right pointer, or you can say that low high. Why I'm saying low high? Because the zeroth location should be pointed by low variable, low variable, and the highest, because highest index, this is the highest index, no, like six elements are there, fifth position, this is the fifth index, right? So highest index number should be pointed by high, high variable. So you can take the variable names whatever you wish. Now here in this figure I'm just taking the left pointer and the right pointer. Left pointer should be pointed 0th location or lowest location. Next, right pointer should be placed at the highest position or n minus 1th location. N minus 1 in the sense, what is mean by n? N is nothing but number of elements in a given array. How many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minus 1 is fifth. So fifth index or fifth location should be pointed by right pointer. Okay, now this is the second step. Now third step. Now from here the algorithm will starts working. Okay, so how we have to check? Two conditions you have to remember. Listen carefully. So what are the conditions? Let's see here. What is the lowest? So where the left pointer is pointing, what is the element? 4. Okay, now that left pointer compared with the pivot, compare with the pivot, if it is a less than, listen carefully, if the left pointer value is less than the pivot element, pivot I chosen as 5. So it is, whenever it is less than, then simply move to the next location. Okay, when condition true, move to the next location. Now again, okay, compare the next one. What is the second element? 2. Compare with the pivot element, that is 5. Is it less than? Yes, the condition true. Okay, now just increment plus 1. Okay, first it is 0, now it is pointing first location. Now again it is a point, it has to point 0, 1, 2 second location. Okay, so Look at the step 4. Here I stop. So why I stopped here? Because 6 is not less than pivot element. 6 is not less than pivot element. So I just stopped moving this left pointer. When I have to stop this moving of left pointer, whenever the condition false, we have to stop the moving left pointer. What is the condition? The element should be less than the pivot element. If it is a less than, move. If it is not, I mean greater than, then stop. Okay. So here 6 is a greater than 5. So we have to stop. Now, now from right pointer we have to start. Okay. So left side we have to check less than. Now just a quite opposite means greater than. So 9, every time you have to compare the element with the pivot element. If you are checking right side, it must be follow the condition as greater than. It means, so 9 is greater than 5, our pivot element, that is 5. Yes. So move to the right side like this. Okay, means we are decrementing, right? We are decrementing, right? So here it is pointing the fifth location. Now it has to point fourth one. Now again, what is the fourth location element? 3. 3 should be compared with the pivot. Is 3 is greater than 5? No. So we have, when this is means condition false, so we have to stop. When we stop, these are the positions. Okay, so when we have to stop, whenever, remember only 2 points here. The left is whenever you are comparing the leftmost elements, then the condition is, if the element less than the pivot, then move one step forward. One step forward means I plus plus. Okay, so until the condition false. Now when that is the first point. Next one, next condition, whenever you are checking right side array, then you have to follow the condition as the element must greater than the pivot. Then only you have to decrement by 1, means I minus minus. Okay, minus minus you have to do. So when you have to stop these two conditions, means whenever the conditions should be false, then you have to stop. Okay, after stop, what should we do? What should we do? So we just simply follow the swapping method. Swapping function should be executed. What we have to stop? I mean swap. So what we have to swap? Which two numbers we have to swap? So the left value, left pointer value, right pointer value should be swap. So after swapping, so 3 goes here, 6 comes here. Sorry, at this step 6 goes here, 3 comes here. So like this it will be swap. After swapping, what should we do? Again we have to move I mean left pointer and the right pointer. So when we move left pointer and the right pointer, where it has to those two pointers will be point at our pivot element, at our pivot element. Again the condition we have to check. So that condition should be, the condition should be equal, right? Because both are following equal conditions. So at that time, again we have to increment left pointer by 1, decrement right pointer by 1. So now right pointer will crosses pivot element, even left pointer also crosses pivot element. Whenever this happened, whenever the left pointer crosses the pivot element and right pointer crosses the pivot element, then we can decide that the our pivot element should be placed at the correct position. The our pivot element should be placed at the correct position. So forget about this pivot now. Now whatever the elements at the left side, all elements are less than the pivot. Whatever the elements present at the right side, all elements were greater than the pivot element. Now this is one left side, left sub array. Now treat this 6 9 as right sub array. Okay, again we have to start quick, I mean same procedure from step 3. We have to do from step 3 to same procedure for 4 2 3 array. Again we have to do same procedure for right sub array. After that we need to combine. We need to combine all the values. It means what is the procedure we have to do? So we have to take left sub array 4 2 3. Now select one element as a pivot. Again compare the left element. If it is a less than, move forward. If it is not less than, just swap. Like that we have to follow the same conditions again and again until all the values must be arranged. Okay, like this we are going to arrange all the elements. So whatever I said, orally, this is these are the steps. You just go through this algorithm for selecting the pivot and quick sort algorithm. Okay, now I will show you the code. So here I'm just taking, you can take array or a list, whatever it is. Okay. So here I'm taking the variable name as a list, and size, I'm taking another two more variables, size and array, because the size indicates what is the size of an array and I indicates index number. Okay, this you already know. Now, first it is asking that how many values you want to enter into the array. Means in the previous example which we discussed up to now, there 6 elements are there. So that you have to size, you have to read. Next, after declaring a size, that many, for example 10, if I read 10, then 10 memories will be allocated. Now 10 values you should read. So with the help of this scanf function into array, that's why list of I, here every time it will take a list of 0, list of 1, list of 2. Okay, so this is the array index names, right? So we are going to read the elements. Now we are calling the function. Which function, which sorting technique we are discussing up to now? Quick sort. So what we are calling a function here, what we are passing three parameters. What are those parameters? List means array elements, zeroth location, just zero, a value, and then last value, size. This is the index, starting index, last index. Okay, now it will take those three values. So should be assigned low. Low means 0, high means n minus 1, list means all the values. Here I'm taking the pivot value as a variable. Now pivot should be first starting here. It's your wish. Either pivot should be starting or n minus 1, whatever it is. Okay, it's your wish. If you want to change, you can change. Now always I should be treated as a low, J should be treated as a high. Like left pointer, right pointer. In place of L or, here I am taking IJ. That's it. Now what is the first condition? What is the condition? So if the element less than the pivot and also I less than high, then we should increment the I value. Okay, when we decrement the right pointer, whenever the condition element should be greater than the pivot and J should be greater than or equal to low, until that we are going to decrement. Okay, when two conditions false, what we are doing? Simply swapping. Simply swapping the elements. After swapping, what should we do? So again, two partitions we got, no? For those two partitions, same. Again, select the pivot. Okay, again select the pivot element. Same procedure will be start again. So we have to call same function again and again until all the elements should be sort. Okay, so this is the quicksort algorithm for arranging the